Are you able to fathom that number's true depth? Or are you pondering and literally left gasping for breath at the expanse of the unbelievable width and breadth of a statistic so baffling? So what now? What's left? Thinking about the number alone can leave one left to ponder and roam in thoughts of how this could come to be in an age such as our own. But all that's really needed to see the true expanse of this tragedy is who or what is sitting in God's place. Who or what is on his throne. Our world has been twisted since Genesis 3, and it was in that moment with the serpent in the tree when creation discovered good and evil under the guise of thinking free and being able to be just like God, being able to truly see. But what they missed in that exchange was the consequence and subsequent shame that comes from doubting in God's name and selfishly seeking one's own fame. You see, this is the problem, and it's where I place the blame. Sin. In that moment of the first bite, it entered in, and with that dreadful moment would begin an onslaught of evil across the world when all things fell apart, and we first noticed our own naked skin. That sin then took over our lives, and we act like it's a mystery, even though statistically there are more slaves today than at any point in our history. And living right here in America, the self-proclaimed land of the free, it is just amazing how completely lost one's perceptions can really be. Because it is real, my brothers and sisters, yes, real and honest fact, that today, right now, this second, whether red or white or black, there is a young girl, possibly the age of your daughter or mine, who is being traded and used and abused as she walks down the line that leads only to a life of being enslaved as a possession. See, sin has become her captor's greatest obsession. And while the free-thinking ways are usually thought to be seen as progression, I bet this little girl would tell you they're actually a terrible regression to the former way of pure dismay when every day is in the fray of constant pain and horrid disdain for one's own self, brought forth by Stockholm shame. Picture the number, 27 million. It's baffling, unfathomable, like saying 100 gazillion bajillion. But if I put up on this screen a single figure for each being, you would have no choice but to be moved to scream. It's hard to imagine a number so vast, especially when we think slavery is in our past. But I'd like for you to try this and see how long it will last. Close your eyes and just picture 27 people. Hurry now, go fast. Like me, you'll probably get to 10, maybe 15. But when you start to go further, you'll begin to glean the purpose of the exercise and what it truly means to have a number so massive that it is impossible to be seen. 27 million. The worst part in this, friends, is we live in a hub city right here in Houston, Texas, and no, the truth of this isn't pretty, but I refuse to sugarcoat it. No, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and really look at what can be done to bring peace to the lives of so many. First and always, pray. I know, it doesn't seem like a solution to a problem so huge, but the prayers of the righteous God will use, and he hears us as we cry out on behalf of those who can't, knowing that our love for those unknown to us is more than just a rant on which we tear for only one specific day. No, this attitude, it's one that stays. For it is in this way that we all relate to the world today, that we'll fight as we pray to keep sin and Satan at bay in every way on every day, so that little kids can be little kids and just get to play. Second, spread awareness. Talk about the problem. Shine light on this abomination. What sins that have been kept in the dark have ever met reconciliation? When has hiding or ignoring something ever helped that situation? And what good has ever come from denying the need for rectification? This issue is real. Maybe not personally to anyone in here, but to those people who can't have their own freedom in America. Can you imagine how that would feel? Talk about the problem. This problem. Fun fact, did you know that not talking about problems is the best way not to solve them? But discussing and bringing light is an excellent start to resolve them. Last, get involved. This is a challenge statement, church. Get involved. People are going to tell you it's more than a little red X on the back of your car or a t-shirt will solve. But that logo on display shows the world our resolve. Be a part of the solution. Speak up for those who have no voice at all. For they're caught in the throes of another person's controlling blows and probably left without clothes or food or even water from a hose. Yes, friends, get involved. I asked earlier, who or what is on God's throne? And I want to be clear, for the slave traders, money and power alone. They worship their things and the fear that they dole out. But we worship the one true God. And I pray we'll raise a shout for the victory already won through Christ's sacrifice for all. First Baptist Friendswood, let's be in it to end it. And let's answer this call.